Wasn't that long ago that there was talk about JT Miller being one of the top centers for the New York Rangers, and they're envisioning him being a number one or a number two guy. And now that guy, that player, has been signed to a 5-year contract by the Tampa Bay Lightning. So acquired by the Tampa Bay Lightning at the deadline, or near the deadline. Played 19 games in Tampa, had 10 goals, 18 points overall, proving that if you're in a contract year, go out and do your best offensively, you might cash in. Now, the nice thing about this is that, yes, he cashed in, but he ends up with a cap hit, very reasonable, $5.25 million over 5 years. Now, the interesting thing about this for me is it leaves the Tampa Bay Lightning with $5.3 million in cap space. And they're talking to Tavares. Are they really talking to Tavares? Like, I'm baffled by this. It's a great contract, but if you factor in that Yzerman's going, well, we'll go for Tavares too. It feels weird to me. I don't know. Miller, a good pickup by Tampa. I get why the Rangers made the moves that they did. I get why he's no longer a New York Ranger, but I think he fit in very well with Tampa. Only potted 2 goals for them in the playoffs, which was less than I think that they would have expected. But, good learning experience for him, and he's young. The big thing with JT Miller is that unlike a lot of rebuilding teams, the Rangers traded away a guy who's pretty young in JT Miller. And it was a good move. Honestly, a good move. I think the Rangers made the right decision. I think Tampa Bay picked up the right players, and keeping Miller for 5 more years is honestly a really smart decision. He's $25 million plus richer today than he was yesterday, and by getting these restricted free agents signed, and there's other ones as well that get signed, Sprong, Simone in Pittsburgh, Murphy gets re-signed by Minnesota, Bertuzzi in Detroit, DiGiuseppe in Carolina. Of course, I did the Rust video today, and now Reese Scarlett as well for Dallas. There's a number of guys who are signing contracts as we get closer to July 1st, because you don't want those restricted free agents to drag into the summer. You don't want there to be some feeling like the team and the player are going back and forth, and are they going to stay, or maybe they're going to hold out. Like, you don't want any of that. So Steve Yzerman, again, proving he's pretty smart as a GM and getting ahead of all of it. And for the Lightning, they get 5 more years of JT Miller. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about the cap hit? Is the cap hit too high? Is it? And again, I don't mind it. I'm fine with it. Although I could understand why some people might look at this and say, well, he hasn't proven anything necessarily in Tampa yet. But we'll see. Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And yes, this is a very busy time of year. It is far busier than people think. As soon as the NHL playoffs are over, we're like, that's it. Hockey's done. Now what? Oh, there's always stuff going on in the hockey world. And this is a good example of why. JT Miller is staying with the Tampa Bay Lightning. And just for the record, if at any point in time I accidentally say TJ Miller, that's of course a Canadian comedian. Don't get those two confused. And every now and then I know that slips. So JT Miller. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.